Warm greetings to all our viewers. TD Educational and Charitable Trust has been conducting webinars and workshops for the last 2 years in order to support and mentor educators all over the globe. We have proudly conducted more than 25 webinars as of today, which covers almost all the additions and initiatives of the CBSE board. You can watch the recording of our webinars on this channel, and through today's recording, we present to you our recent webinar on the topic Insight of the Special Assessment of CBSE Board Examination, exclusively for 9 to 12. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you find this video useful. And don't forget to press the bell icon to receive the notifications and even in future. You may also visit our website www.tdeducation.in to be a part of our upcoming webinars. Stay safe, stay healthy, happy viewing.
So let us first get to know about what is the general scheme of evaluation for this session, you can say for all the subjects in total. Then we will go to specific subjects and how this evaluation pattern is going to be different for different subjects. So what is the objective of the term 1 and term 2 assessment, which we will have this year? The first objective is COVID-19 pandemic caused almost all CBSE schools to function in a virtual mode for most part of the academic session of 2021. This necessitated deliberations over alternative ways to look at the learning objectives as well as the conduct of the board examinations for the academic session 21-22 in case the situation remains unfeasible. We all have gone through what had happened in March this year. CBSE thought that offline exams would be certainly possible, but now evaluating that situation, it became a mandate that it may happen that we still have to go with online examination. Hence, it was feasible to break down the syllabus in 2 terms. So the board's focus being on assessing stipulated learning outcomes, it has made the examination's competencies and core concept-based, student-centric, transparent, technology-driven, and having advanced provision of alternatives for different future scenarios. Keeping the above in mind, the special scheme of assessment for board examination for class 10 and 12 has been created for the annual year 21-22. Now, so how the examination is going to be conducted, and we all are aware of this, that the syllabus is going to be divided into 2 parts, term 1 and term 2. 50% of the syllabus will be coming in term 1, which will be conducted in the month of November, December. Term 2, the rest 50% will be coming and it will be conducted in the month of March, April. Again, the syllabus will be divided following a systematic approach. Okay, so 50% for term 1 and 50% for the second term. The syllabus is going to be divided in such a manner how the examination used to happen some 5 years, 6 years back. It was CC pattern, and there also the students, not for class 12th of course, but till class 10th they had this term 1 term 2 approach. And somewhere the syllabus were divided in such a manner that say if one concept is related to the second concept, then these 2 concepts all together will be put into one examination. For example, talking about physics, electricity, and magnetism, these 2 chapters will always come together in one term. And light and human eye will always come together in term 2 or together in any term. So similarly, once again, this is how the syllabus in each subject is divided. So the concepts are interrelated. There is interconnectivity between the concepts. The subject physics, and if I talk about class 10th, so when it is going to be conducted in term 1 and term 2, so the chapters which will be coming in term 1 are light and human eye. So these two chapters, if you study light, then it is easier for the student to understand the concepts in human eye chapter also. In the similar manner, the chapter electricity and chapter magnetism, they're interrelated. So it's not happening like, any random two chapters are put together in one term. The interconnectivity is there. So like in the previous slide, it is shown the syllabus will be divided following a systematic approach by looking into the interconnectivity of concepts and topics by subject experts, and the board will conduct examinations at the end of each term on the basis of the bifurcated syllabus. CBSE had released a circular in which it had said that the syllabus will be reviewed, rationalized. So in July, the circular came where the moderation happened, and CBSE had said that even if the situation changes, the moderation can happen anytime in between. So the syllabus for the board examination 21-22 will be rationalized. The rationalized syllabus will be notified by the CBSE anytime in the month of July 2021. However, schools will follow the curriculum and syllabus released by the board. White circular number F.1001 CBSE. So we can check this circular on cbse.nic.in. Efforts will be made to make internal assessment, practical project work more credible and valid as per the guidelines and moderation policy to be announced by the board to ensure fair distribution of marks. Now, this point will be discussed in detail subject-wise when we will be discussing each subject separately. Once again, guidelines for internal assessment for all subjects will also be released along with the rationalized term-wise divided syllabus for the session 21-22. Now, these internal assessments, since they may vary for subject to subject, so will be discussed. The board would also provide additional resources like sample assessments, question banks, teacher training, etc. for more reliable and valid internal assessments. Online mode of teaching to continue until the competent authorities decide otherwise. We have come across different news that many schools are opening, and they're opening for 10th and 12th classes, offline classes are on, but still it depends, it is under state authority whether to open the schools or not. So we consider that until common decision is being taken by CBSE, we may think that term 1 might happen online, but nothing can be said at the moment. Details of curriculum transaction grade 9 and 10. So online mode of teaching to continue until the competent authorities decide otherwise. Number 1, CBSE will facilitate schools to upload marks of internal assessment on the CBSE IT platform. Grade 9th and 10th internal assessments will happen in these 4 sections. 3 periodic tests. These 3 periodic tests will be taken, but marks will only be provided for the 2 best tests taken out of 3. Practical work, speaking, listening activities, again, it is subject specific. Student enrichment activities and portfolio. Schools to create student profile for the assessments undertaken over the year and retain the evidences in digital format. So taking the example from what happened last year, this becomes very important for all the schools to take continuous assessments in different subjects and record everything digitally, because board may ask for the records anytime. In the circular, it is very clearly mentioned that transparency will be maintained. Now, term 1 examination key features. Number 1, flexible schedule to be conducted between November-December 2021. 4 to 8 weeks window, which means at least this much time will be given for the better preparation of term 1 examination. 90 minutes examination, Assertion reason type, MCQ type, case-based type MCQs will be included in the question paper pattern. Question papers will be sent by the CBSE to schools along with marking scheme. So once again, key features, term 1 examination. The exams will be conducted under the supervision of the external center superintendents and observers appointed by CBSE. Now, this point over here, it might be moderated in future. We cannot say anything. It may happen that the offline exams may happen. So in that case, if the offline exams are happening, then of course, the center superintendents and observers will be appointed in the schools. But if the online exams are happening, like for example, I come from a boarding school setup. Now, the students in my school, they come from various backgrounds, in fact, from different countries also. So just yesterday, we had a school meeting and wherein it was discussed that probably for boarding schools, the offline medium, the state government is not allowing. So this point can be moderated. We will see that. We will have to see for that. Marks of the term 1 examination will contribute to the final overall score of students. The responses of students will be captured on OMR sheets after scanning, may be directly uploaded at the CBSE portal. Alternatively, may be evaluated and marks obtained will be uploaded by the school on the very same day. The final direction in this regard will be conveyed to schools by the examination unit of the board. Like if you read the last point, it tells us that for now, this is the idea, this is how it is going to be conducted. But whatever the direction or the decision will be taken, it will be told or conveyed to the schools. Now, term 2 examination, key features. These are going to be open-ended short answers, open-ended long answers, and case-based or situation-based questions. To be conducted around March-April 2022 at the examination centers fixed by the board. Most likely, it is going to be offline only. Marks of term 2 examination will contribute to the final overall score of students, like the same way how term 1 will do. In case the situation is not conducive for normal descriptive examination, a 90-minute MCQ based exam will be conducted at the end of term 2 also. This is also subjected to board's decision. For now, we are seeing that situations are going conducive, but at any chance or at any case, if this happens, then the board will take the final decision and it will be conveyed to schools. Now, these are certain important points which again we must go through. In case the situation of the pandemic improves and students are able to come to schools or centers for taking the exams, board would conduct term 1 and term 2 examinations at school centers, and the theory marks will be distributed equally between the two exams. In case the situation of the pandemic forces complete closure of schools during November-December 2021, but term 2 exams are held at schools or centers. Term 1 MCQ-based examination would be done by students online, offline, from home. In this case, the weightage of this exam for the final score would be reduced, and weightage of term 2 exams will be increased for the declaration of final result. So one thing is clear to us: if both the exams happen offline, then equal weightage will be given to term 1 and 2. But if term 1 happens online, term 2 happens offline, then the weightage will be moderated by CBSE and less will be given to term 1, more will be given to term 2. In case the situation of the pandemic forces complete closure of schools during March-April 2022, but term 1 exams are held at schools or centers, results would be based on the performance of students on term 1 MCQ-based examination and internal assessments. The weightage of marks of term 1 examination conducted by the board will be increased to provide year-end results of candidates. In case the situation of the pandemic forces complete closure of schools and board conducted term 1 and term 2 exams are taken by the candidates from home in the session 2021-22, Results would be computed on the basis of internal assessment, practical project work, and theory marks of term 1 and term 2 exams taken by the candidate from home in class 10 and 12, subject to the moderation or other measures to ensure validity and reliability of the assessment. In all the above cases, data analysis of marks of students will be undertaken to ensure the integrity of internal assessments and home-based exams. For now, this looks like an outline how the board plans to go ahead with the exams. But anytime any moderation policy can also come, which we will have to be ready with. One thing which is very clear with all of these circulars is term 1 is going to be on MCQ based, and term 2 is going to be open-ended questions with, you can say, 2 mark, 3 mark, 5 mark, long answer type questions. So if we prepare the students, we will have to prepare the students for these type of 2 exams, number 1. Number 2, it may happen online, it may happen offline, that does not matter. The last decision will be taken by board, how to decide the marks distribution, but practicals or internal assessments will play a vital role. So CBSE is again and again emphasizing on the internal assessments. So that anyhow, we will have to motivate the students to finish, to complete, because all of these records, CBSE will be certainly asking that how exactly we are measuring, what parameters we are measuring the marks of the students, even if it is internal assessment. So since the records are very important, so all these internal assessments should be completed before the term exams happen. Indeed, CBSE has clearly mentioned that there will always be a scope of moderation, and we still will have to wait for more circulars before we proceed for term 1 exams. So we'll have to be open for this. And in fact, the teachers and the teaching fraternity is in constant questioning terms with CBSE itself, because wherever there is some blurry note on CBSE part, it again will send a clarification circular on that. So we still should wait for more clarifications if there are regarding anything. So first of all, let us go on or proceed with how the practical examination, what is going to happen with class 12th, first of all. This is about practical examination, class 12th, physics, chemistry, biology, and computer science. Practical work would be divided in 2 terms. Students would be undertaking the practical work of term 1 and term 2 in the respective terms. Term 1, 15-mark practical would be conducted under the supervision of subject teacher or internal examiner, or in case the situation of lockdown continues until November-December 2021, a pen and paper assessment on the basis of syllabus for practical for the first term carrying a weightage of 15 marks would be conducted at the end of term 1 at the school level, and marks would be submitted by the schools to the board. Now this point is important. It tells us that a pen and paper assessment mode is also possible for practicals. Term 2, at the end of term 2, a 15-mark practical would be conducted under the joint supervision of board appointed external and internal examiners, or in case the situation of lockdown continues beyond December 2021, a pen and paper assessment on the basis of syllabus for practical for the second term carrying a weightage of 10 marks and viva for 5 marks would be conducted at the end of term 2 jointly by the external and internal examiners, and marks would be submitted by the schools to the board. Now this is PCMC, physics, chemistry, mathematics, computer science, question paper design. So considering all the questions taken from sample papers, we see that knowledge and understanding based questions in this domain, it is likely that we might have some 25 questions, and out of which 20 would be attempted. These will be simple MCQs, application and other higher order thinking, analysis, synthesis, evaluation type questions, which I will also be discussing in the sample paper which is presented by boards. In section B, it will be 24 questions and 20 questions to be attempted. These are average MCQ or complex MCQs. Section C will be case-based question or data-based question understanding application and other higher order thinking skills included in this domain. 6 questions for and 5 to be attempted, and it can have all types of formats possibly. So we see here that we might have total of 55 questions, out of which 45 will be attempted by the students. Now, once again, if you see that how the marks, there was some audio clip also, because right after when the mark distribution was, when the sample paper came in, first CBSE had released sample papers and these were all circulated in all the WhatsApp groups and everywhere. So right after that, teachers had doubt that how exactly the marks are going to be distributed, how exactly the marks are going to be evaluated. There were a lot of doubts, and CBSE had released an audio for that, and I will be discussing the same in the coming page. Well, for now, let us just simply understand this, that students will be attempting 45 questions where each question carries 1 mark. After evaluation, marks scored out of 45 will be converted out of 35 marks using this given formula. So this is 32.7 marks and it will be considered out of 35 marks. Now, of course, there will be a doubt about what is going to happen to this 0.7. So I will discuss about this 0.7 after I finish my discussion over other parts of the presentation. Now, this presentation includes biology, chemistry, and physics, 3 subjects. So this is the segregation for biology. Once again, maximum 35 marks, though they will be attempting for 45 marks.
Priyanka,
Yes, sir.
just for the interest of the participants, we will be also covering English and maths, English and social science after
Yes.
you, so that
Yes.
they should not think it's only science.
Yes.
See, there are many teachers of English, social science and maths are also listening to us.
Yes, sir. So this question paper design for biology, all levels of Bloom's taxonomy, 24 questions to be given from there in the domains and 20 to be attempted, all MCQs. Section B, it will include assertion, reason also, 24 questions, 20 to be attempted, all MCQs. Section C, case-based questions, and plus other MCQs, 12 questions, 10 to be attempted, total 60 questions, and total 50 will be attempted. One great thing about this is, in this term 1, no negative marking is there, and I hope all of us, we are aware of this. And once again, the same formula of conversion is shown over here as an example. Now, this is grade 12 chemistry, what all chapters will be coming in term 1 or in term 2, and what will be the evaluation scheme for practicals in term 1 and term 2 is given in this chart. So you can see which units are coming in term 1: solid state, solutions, P block, haloalkenes, haloarenes, alcohols, phenols, ethers, biomolecules. Now, as I...
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, what
Yes,
about social science?
Ma'am, that will also be discussed, as sir just mentioned, that I will be taking up the science portion and the other portions will be taken up by other speakers in the meeting now.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
So like I had told you in the beginning that the concepts will be interlinked, there will be interconnectivity. So like in chemistry, we have physical chemistry and organic chemistry. So most of the organic portion are put together, like if you see haloalkanes, alcohols, biomolecules. And so this, some segregation of chapters are done from part 1 to part 2. It's not in chemistry, it's not simply like you're going to get entire part 1 for term 1 and entire part 2 for term 2. So the subject experts, they have decided how these concepts are interlinked from one chapter to the other. And so you can find here that, you know, solid state is, I think, the first chapter in chemistry, but then it is put together with haloalkenes and alcohols, which is from chemistry part 2. So this is how it is designed to be conducted. And of course, when the term 1 and term 2 theory syllabus will change, so that will also affect a little bit on the practicals, but chemistry practicals, they mostly have some set pattern, like you have titration, volumetric analysis, and then salt analysis. So this is a set pattern. Important thing to note here is how the marks are going to get distributed. So total you can see here is 15 marks. And for volumetric analysis, it is 4 marks, salt analysis 4 marks, content-based experiment 2 marks, and the class record and viva, that will be comprising for 5 marks. One thing important to note here is in term 2, students will also be presenting the project work. So here in the last section, you can see that it writes project work with viva, and that is going for 5 marks. This is what is mentioned in the CBSE syllabus. Now we might have a query on this also, like here we have class record. That means the copy, the record which the student will be presenting, which carries 5 marks. Here they did not write in the circular the class record. Instead, they have mentioned project work. So in fact, if you read the circular in detail, there are certain sections where in physics, I found this. So you might also read your own subject section. You will find that certain units are also mismatched, or the names are given, the names which are put there are wrong. In one of the units in class 9th in physics, the name of the unit was wrong. I would consider this, either it should be clarified with CBSE, or we know that in term 2 external exam, it is most likely that external examiner will be there. Here it is written external, internal, both. So hence the record should be asked from the student. If they're performing the experiment, they must record it, they must write it. So instead, if it is not even, the word is not here, let us just think that it is missing somehow, but that should be asked from the students. At least this is what we will be doing in our school. Just give me one moment again. So once again, this is term 1 and term 2 classification of the chapters which will be coming in term 1 and term 2 for chemistry. So you can have a look over here, which all chapters are segregated in term 1 and term 2. So you can see that some of the organic chemistry chapters are here in term 2, and some of the organic chemistry chapters are here in term 1. Then this is practical syllabus term 1 for chemistry. What is going to come in volumetric analysis for 4 marks. Determination of concentration molarity of KMnO4 solution by titrating it against a standard solution of number 1 oxalic acid, number 2 ferrous ammonium sulfate. Then in salt analysis, what cations and anions are to be tested. So when it is content-based experiments, chromatography, and all of this, we can just have a look here. So these are the practicals for term 1 syllabus in chemistry. Grade 12 chemistry practical term 2 syllabus. So once again, these are the practicals for term 2 syllabus. We can just have a look over it. Now next is biology grade 12th. So how this structure is planned. In this table, you can find what chapters are going to be given in term 1 examination. So sexual reproduction, flowering plants, human reproduction, reproductive health, principles of inheritance and variation, molecular basis of inheritance. Now you can easily find that all of these chapters are interconnected. So the concepts of these chapters are interlinked. They're all put together in one box in term 1. Talking about term 2, you have human health and disease, microbes and human welfare, biotechnology, principles and processes. So interconnectivity of the chapters are must. CBSE is very much focusing on concept building and application-based questions by this. Here also the same segregation is given with the mentions of practicals, term 1 and term 2, 15 marks each. Once again, let us have a look. We have maximum marks 15 for each term. One major experiment, experiment 1 in term 1, and one minor experiment, experiment 2. Similarly, for term 2, one major experiment, experiment number 3, and the marks distribution are same. Here it is one experiment for 4 mark, experiment number 3 for 4 mark, and minor experiment, this is 2 and 4 or 5, 3 marks here. Part B of the practical will consist of spotting, and there will be 3 spots, each of 1 mark. So B1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8 in section in part B, 3 marks. Then you have practical record and investigatory project and record and viva voice, 5 marks. These are the list of experiments from section A and section B. We can just have a quick look over all the practicals, A1, A2, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. So what practicals will be coming? If you intend to take a screenshot, you can take a screenshot of this. So this is the list of practicals for biology term 1.
Ma'am, can you share the content, PPT? Is it possible?
Ma'am, I will leave this on sir.
Okay, okay, fine.
How he can share it with you all.
Because at times, sir, we need to recap. If we have some material, it becomes easier, sir.
Yeah, I understand. I will facilitate that and let you know.
Thank you very much, sir.
Similarly, we have all of these lists of experiments from A section and B section for term 2. We can just have a quick look, and the subject experts can very well know what all changes are brought in the experiments. One thing I would like to clarify here, when we are going through the circulars, we need to read the topics very clearly. Like in physics, I'm a subject expert in physics, and I have seen that like in class 10th, ma'am was showing the list of practicals. We sometimes think that, okay, it is a practical in Prism, on Prism, or it is a practical on Glass Lab. And we do the practicals on a set pattern. But if you go on OLabs, and if you check, even in OLabs, certain modulations are done. So the practicals which were coming till last year, they are not same. AIM has been modified a little. CBSE has tried its best so that the practicals can be done online through OLabs. And accordingly, the aims are modified. So there will be certain bit of modifications. And we just can't follow the traditional way, doing the same practicals again and again, what we used to do previous years. Some changes are there, so we need to focus on that also. Now I will come to physics class 12th. So now entire class 12th physics is electromagnetism. So it is a chain of electromagnetism topics from part 1 to part 2. So one good thing, there is no intermixing of chapters. Entire physics part 1 book is term 1. Entire physics part 2 is term 2. Because just give me. So, but yes, there are certain, I wouldn't say changes. These topics were excluded last year also from the syllabus. For example, we already know that communication system is gone from the syllabus long back. Semiconductor chapter, it is not coming after transistor section. That's totally eliminated. Nuclei chapter also, a lot of topics are eliminated from nuclei chapter. So there are some changes, and mostly these changes are done in term 2 syllabus. So again, those removed topic, we will have to be very careful with those topics, not to teach them in the class, because there will not be any question coming from those topics. Then how the practicals will be conducted in physics. We will have 2 experiments to be performed by students at a time of examination. 2 experiments, 8 marks. Practical record, that is the writing material, including the experiments and activities, 2 marks. Viva on experiments and activities, 5 marks. Similarly, the same goes for term 2. The same distribution of marks is here also for term 1 and term 2, equal distribution. Only thing to be noticed here is in bio and in chemistry, we have project, but in physics, we do not have any project. The project, it was not there last year also, and it is not here in this year also. In fact, if you study the syllabus which was provided to students last year in physics and this year, they are very identical. With this, I would also like to now share, like I had told you about, just give me one moment, the sample question paper. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Priyanka. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So, just give me. So like I had mentioned that we will be discussing how exactly the marks distribution is going to happen and from where this marks distribution is taken. So this is for class 9th and 10th. I'll discuss this later. Just give me one moment. Yes. So important points for sample question papers, 10th and 12th. Now you can see this is because a lot of teachers had query like how exactly the marks are distributed. Seeing the sample question paper, it became very complicated to understand how exactly the marks are distributed. So here is a small clarification on this, the note which was received by CBSE. So it says, the multiple choice questions given in the sample papers are not of 1 mark each for all papers. In the sample question papers of mathematics and all languages except English, each question carries 1 mark. So this is important to note. In the sample question papers of mathematics and all languages except English, each question carries 1 mark. For other subjects, each question carries equal marks. The total marks given, that is 40 or 35 or 25 or 15. And the weightage of marks per question will be as follows. So you can take a screenshot of this page. So if the maximum marks for the question paper is 40 and suppose 50 are to be attempted. So this is how the mark distribution is going to happen. This is important to note. This is how the mark distribution is going to happen. The total marks scored by a candidate is in fraction. Then the same will be rounded off to the next higher numerical number. For example, if the child gets 16.1 marks, then the total marks will be rounded off to 17. This point I told you that I'll be discussing later in the end. So this is very important because CBSE had clearly mentioned that the moderation will always happen in a manner wherein if student is getting 0.1 marks extra, then we cannot take that 0.1 from the student. We can in fact give 0.9 extra to the student so that it will become 70.
I think that clarification does go well with those who had asked that question, number one. And secondly, there was a lot of message in the chat box where they also suggested that this is what you said is what the CBSE had suggested, that is rounding it off to the next number. I think it's basically based on the philosophy that the benefit of the doubt should go
Yes.
to the students.
Yes, sir.
So I think that's the way it is. So I hope all the participants here it stands clarified, and there is no need for me to send another correction circular. Thank you.
So, and I am almost over with my presentation. 9th and 10th science portion is already taken up by ma'am. I will just now touch up upon the sample paper class 12th physics, which is sent by CBSE, and you can find it on CBSE website also. So,
Excuse me, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Can I get a clarification for the investigative project for biology? Do we have to make the children do the investigative project for both the terms, or together we need to have only one?
Okay, so ma'am, before I tell you anything, I will clearly mention one thing, that I am a subject matter expert on physics, but I did some research on chemistry and biology also before I presented things to you. So as far as I know, it is one investigatory project. It's not two investigatory projects, it's one. But still, ma'am, I will research more, because I cannot tell you anything before I'm 100% sure. I have this 0.1% doubt. So I will just research more and I'll get back to you through the same medium, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
So this is the sample paper for class 12, which CBSE has released. And
while we send the certificates to the participants, we will send this clarification based on what you give us, so that they are very clear about it.
okay, so we all have seen this question paper and how the questions are divided and the marks are divided. A separate circular was sent by CBSE right after the paper was released. No negative marking, that is for sure. Now, if we see the questions, I will just touch upon the type of questions which have come. Here, we will need to highlight how to prepare the students for these type of questions. So we know that equipotential surface is a term. So we have taught a lot of things about equipotential surface to the students. Now, all of those points, if you see, in fact, the properties of equipotential surface, they can become the MCQ based questions. One question, which is, of course, is going to come, is on the standard unit. So when we prepare the students for class 12 physics, we can go with this pattern. Number one, we can just highlight all the new quantities which are used in the syllabus. And we are only talking about term 1 right now, not term 2. So from first chapter to the last chapter, all new quantities which are introduced, and then what will be their standard unit and dimension, that can be discussed. One question last year also it came, and this year also, if you check. So one question is going to come on that for sure. So if we are very certain, because this question paper is very application based, so we can't be very certain, but for the questions which we are certain that this type of question may come or will come, so there we can prepare the student for the best. So yeah, well, I had observed this question paper, so there was one question on that. Number two, I also saw that few questions were directly formula based questions. So number two, we can write all the formulae from all the chapters, and we can somehow tell the students to memorize all the formulae, because what is happening in 2-3 questions, so the child just will be writing, say he knows the formula for self-induction. Now, how if the current is reduced or increased, doubled or tripled? So how the magnetic flux is going to change between the, so if the child knows the formula correctly, he can easily find the ratio of the two quantities. You please go through the question paper and you will also find, based on the formula, ratio based question, comparison based questions have come. At least 2-3 questions. So that area can also be covered. Number 3, like I said, that each chapter has certain terms, and those terms we tell about the properties. So those terms may become a lot of MCQ based questions. For example, I mentioned about equipotential surface. Similarly, about electric field or Gauss law. So these questions which used to come for 3 to 5 marks earlier, now the same questions in property. So basically we need to touch upon very much upon the properties of these fields or these terms. So this is how we can prepare the students. Apart from that, we of course need resources to practice. So by now you all have, I'm very sure that you all must have received a lot of resource materials on WhatsApp. OSWAL has released its online book and it is distributing it free to the teachers, totally free. You just log into the OSWAL site and you will get the ebook, or you will get the hard copy also of the book with a bag also. They're giving a gift bag also. So in fact, all publishers, I have e-copies of all publishers totally for free. Arihant, you name it, all publishers have released their term 1 copies, ebooks free, and it's released everywhere. All these resources are available. This is KVS paper. So Sangathan has also released a lot of MCQ and case based and assertion reason based questions. So yes, I'm done here.